Hey guys, it's your girl Maya. I've been talking about doing this video. I literally just did it, but deleted it because of the lighting, and the lighting's still not very good. It's like making this side of my face look dark, and I don't like it. We're gonna move my chair, and we're gonna figure this out. Okay, it's not gonna help. It's always gonna look dark over there. Okay. Hi! I'm going to be talking about my emetophobia, and it is going to be split into 3 different parts. The first part is going to be this one, which is the intro and the trauma. I will get into what that is in a minute. Hold your horses. And then my second video will be the trigger moments. And then the third video will be living with emetophobia. Okay, so now let's explain a little bit about these traumas and triggers and stuff. Alright, so most kids end up having emetophobia at some time in their childhood because throwing up, especially the first time, is a very traumatic thing. I was there when my niece threw up for the first time. It was so horrible. I felt so bad for her. Yeah, it's just naturally kids will get emetophobia. Now, it's very rare for it to follow a child into teenage years and adulthood, and that's what happened to me. So I'm going to start with the trauma and what happened. It kind of built the blocks for it. I don't think that if the trigger moment hadn't happened, that it would all have come full circle and become a full-blown phobia. So let's get into it. All right. Most, I think, I did some research myself because a lot of people don't know about emetophobia. I didn't know that it was a legitimate thing that you can do something about. So I did some research on it, and it helped me overcome. I have overcome it in a way. I still have my moments. Usually it's at night. If I wake up feeling like I'm gonna throw up, then I'll have a panic attack. Or if I'm somewhere public, like at work or something, and I feel like I'm gonna throw up, sometimes I have a panic attack. But my panic attack numbers have gone significantly down since I started to research and understand my phobia and my resulting anorexia and you're making all kind of noise over there. Lost my train of thought. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing, the trauma that happens is usually not remembered. So yeah, I don't remember this. I was literally a year old, a little over a year old. So my family, it's sort of a Brady Bunch situation. My parents got married, and then they had 2 kids. And so there were 7 kids in the house. It was really fun. I'm sure it wasn't for my parents, but for the kids it was. Yeah, so one time we all got sick with the stomach bug, it happens, it always happens. And yeah, sorry, I just got distracted because I notice in my videos a lot that when I'm on this side, this lip looks like it's I don't know, got a red spot. Okay, anyway, so we all got sick, and when I got sick, a lot of fucking talking going on. Hold on. Where's my Coke? Pause. And I fucking stopped the video before I finished saying sorry. Okay. Oh, there was one thing I was gonna say, because I do want people to, I want this to make an impact. Like if you have emetophobia, and you want to talk to me about it, I would love that. I would love for you guys to ask me questions. Then that would give me more to talk about in my next videos, and would help me tell the story better and explain it better. But anyway, okay. So stomach virus happened, and I got it, and I did not like to throw up, and I couldn't keep anything down. So I refused to eat. I was just like, I'm not gonna do it. And my parents were like, fuck, because they're not gonna fucking force feed me. Like, that would be barbaric. So they took me to the doctor, because that's what you fucking do. And, well, they took me to the ER. They kind of, the ER people that they went to see, kind of brushed it off. Like, it wasn't a big deal. They were like, oh, she's fine. You can go home. And they sent me home without giving me an IV, without trying to give me any kind of like nutrients. Like, my parents pointed out that they didn't even, like, usually when something like this happens, they would give a child a popsicle, and I didn't even get a popsicle. They just discharged me. And so they took me home, very, very worried about me. They were sitting outside, and my mom was holding me, and she told me that my head was like lolling like back, and like I was an infant. Like, I know I was like 1.5, but it was like I was an infant who couldn't hold their head up. So my grandpa saw this, and he was like, you need to take her to the ER right now. I don't know how much later this is than the initial ER visit. I'm going to guess it's the same day, because when I got to the ER, my condition was bad, so I possibly could have died. My parents were afraid that that was going to happen, because when I got there, I was extremely malnourished, extremely dehydrated. My parents took some hell for that, because they thought that my parents were mistreating me. They thought that I was being neglected. And that wasn't the case. So my parents explained what happened. You know, hey, we came in earlier, and these people were like, you know, fuck off. But yeah, so you know, I went there. I went to the ER, and went to see a nurse. I have a scar. I'm gonna show it to you. Also, this I got from work. A wreath, a Christmas wreath. I was putting it in a bag, because, you know, sometimes I do cash register stuff. So I was putting it in a bag, and it, you know, scratched me. But I have a little scar right here, and I never really knew where it came from. I noticed that other people didn't have it. It was there my entire life. When I was a little girl, I used to think that that's where God sewed me up, you know, when I was silly and naive. But then I got older, and I started smoking pot, and I started thinking about it. And I remembered, I just kind of jumped to the future all of a sudden. Anyway, I remembered my mom telling me about this nurse. The second ER visit, it still wasn't good. Because this male nurse was gonna, you know, he was putting the IV in me. Or I think they were taking blood at that point. And he like stuck it in my hand, because, you know, that's usually where they do it with children, I guess. They do it with anybody, but I think it's mostly done with children, because I don't really know. I was a little baby, so it was probably easier to put it in my hand than my freaking, you know. He missed my vein. And instead of pulling the needle out and trying again, he just kind of dug around in there. And yeah, I'm glad I don't remember that, because thinking about it makes me cringe. But I like that there's a scar, and that now I understand what the scar means, because now it's significant to me. It shows me like this, and you'll learn more about what a battle this has been, the battle that I've gone through with my emetophobia. Anyway, so my dad told me, because since I was little, my parents started telling me the story. Like, I was surrounded with that story, and it took me so long to link it to my emetophobia. It's silly, but my dad, he said that I just woke up and I was like, I'm hungry, and I ate 2 bananas, and everything was great after that. Little did we know, but when they were telling the story, they're like, yeah, everything was great. You were great. Yeah, but so that's that trauma thing. Sorry, I was trying to see if I heard my mom come out of her room. I wasn't sure if she wanted to come talk to me. Anyway, but yeah, next video I will talk about the trigger moment. Did I get into that? The trigger moment is what, yeah, I did. It's what brings it all together, brings it full circle, makes it a full-blown phobia, like I just said. I'm not sure what I just said because I did this video before. But yeah, leave questions if you want to about it, so that I can kind of know what you guys want to know, so I can like, you know, get this out for my benefit, for someone else's benefit. I would love it if I could be able to help someone else with emetophobia, because I know what a terrifying and lonely freaking disease, I guess you could call it, to have. Affliction. I like that better. Yeah, it's a terrible affliction to have. Very lonely, very hard for people to understand. So if you're out there and you have emetophobia, you know, come talk to me, you know. If you don't have emetophobia, ask me questions. I will answer them honestly. Yeah, I just wanted to say that, yes, I do suffer with anorexia. I still do suffer with it. Not really suffer. I still have problems, which are related. I think I talked about this before in another video, but when I get a job, sometimes I will go, you know, the whole shift without eating, and that becomes a problem in my health, obviously. So, but when I'm at home, guys, I'm a pothead. I'm pretty sure I've said that before, and I will say it as many times as I need to, but I am a pothead. And it's really hard not to eat when you're a pothead. Not to eat and, like, you know, not be in a bad mood while you're high, which ruins the high. I have had times where I've gotten high and been like, I don't want to, you know, lose my high, so I'm not gonna eat anything, and ended up being in a shitty ass mood and being like, shit. But yeah, part 2 hopefully coming soon. That's gonna be the trigger moment. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to. I post a lot of different kinds of videos, not just talking about my problems. I promise. But yeah, and leave a like. I love seeing that. That makes me really happy. Leave any kind of comment. Just comment anything. I don't care. I love it all. And I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.